Hey guys, Shaggy's Ideas here, and today we're going to be talking about exercise mistakes, especially ones that beginners make and sometimes even people that have been in the gym for a long time. So stick around. Mistake number one that I see lots of people do is lifting way too heavy when they're not prepared. There's no reason to, especially if you're a beginner. It doesn't make any sense for you to be lifting heavy if you've never even done push-ups before. It just increases the risk of injury and it's just gonna make you look bad. That's something you have to prepare yourself mentally and physically. It's not easy. Once you've prepared yourself and you build yourself up slowly, then go heavy. Same thing with cardio and everything else. It's not about just lifting too heavy. It's about overdoing it. Don't overdo it. Number two, I'm gonna call skipping leg day. But in general, it's not just about skipping leg day, but I guess that's the most common feature where this person has a gigantic bulky body, but their legs are like chicken legs. It doesn't look good and it just makes it look very unsymmetrical. It doesn't just have to be your legs. It could be maybe you focus way too much on the front sides of the shoulders, but you don't focus on the back or the sides because this is three muscle groups, or working way too much bicep and then you don't have tricep. So always train your whole body. If you're gonna split it up into days by different sections, make sure you target every body part for specific days. Also, not working certain body parts and working others and growing them could cause also unbalances in the body, and the body has to if you have the front shoulders too pumped and the back one's not pumped enough, you're slowly going to be crouching forward apparently. That's a thing. Number three, you don't want to be called the king of half reps. Why? Because you're not having a full range of motion. It's like going at 10 miles per hour on a 35 miles per hour highway, just do the full range of motion so you get that bicep pump, right? If you're just going you're not doing that full motion. I guess that's the best way I could explain it. This happens with push-ups actually. Push-ups are the most basic one. Instead of trying to do 30 or 50 push-ups, go deep. Go deep. And trust me, it's gonna be hard to just do 10. It's not easy, but it is very much worth it because that's where you work the muscle at its full capacity and you work multiple muscles more efficiently. You're working harder your chest and you're also pumping up that tricep. That full range of motion is very important. Number four is improper form. Again, with the push-ups, the most common scenario where they're lifting up and they start slouching their back. They start tilting their back in. All that's gonna give you is insanely bad back pain. And if you're not, you're lucky, but don't keep doing that because it's just gonna mess up your back. A very important one that's important for form is the squat or the deadlift, right? Where you have that deadlift, you have to, your back straight, all that stuff. If you have your back not straight, you're gonna get in a world of pain. And not the good kind of pain. This just creates bad muscle memory and it increases the risk of injury by a lot. I mean, you could be injuring your joints and your spine or any other piece of your equipment, your body, without even noticing until it's too late. It starts with maybe small pains until it becomes unbearable and you're just maybe causing friction against joints that you shouldn't be. So number five, this is very important, very key. No consistency. And to make it worse, it's better to go to the gym 3 times for 1 hour or 6 times for 30 minutes than to go one day for 3 hours and they're trying out every piece of equipment and they're just blowing up the machines, whatever. even if it's at the minimum weight, if they're doing the 3 hours, especially as a beginner, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like in a world of pain, and instead of going for 3 hours, just go for 1 hour, 3 days. That way you maintain that consistency, you give the muscle some time to adapt. Let's be real here, when beginners do that, they're not gonna come back to the gym after from being almost paralyzed because of the pain. Like if they're like 3 hours at the gym as a newbie, or you probably done that maybe, and you're like, oh, pumped, yeah, I'm gonna get hard, but then you just go like the next day and you're like, wake up in bed and you're like, yeah, you know what I mean. Just take it easy, step by step. Like I said, don't go overboard, don't overdo it, but maintain that consistency and you'll get used to that pain. You won't feel that pain anymore once you're used to it, basically. Like, you will feel the pain, but it's not going to be excruciating, you know? It's going to feel good. Number 6, a bonus one. This isn't exactly about exercise, but it is a mistake people make when working out. Expecting workouts to do everything. What do I mean by this? You're not gonna lose weight, not fast anyway, and maybe you're gonna lose 1 pound in like 4 months if you're eating like trash. If you're eating pizza every day, you have to be hitting the gym at least 3 hours every day to maybe burn off those calories. Like, I'm just saying, you gotta eat healthy, right? You can't get a 6-pack with just doing crunches all day. It's very hard to, because for a 6-pack, you need to diet. It's almost impossible. Like, you need to have some really good anatomy and biology or whatever to like naturally have that while maybe eating pizza every now and then. You need to have those good genetics in order to be able to do that. And even if you can't expect workouts to do everything for you, you need to diet if you want to lose weight, or if you want to get those 6-packs specifically, because 6-packs have to do with the amount of body fat that you have. It also has to do with genetics as well. That's another thing. Like, maybe your genetics or your metabolism is just faster. Okay, that's good. Maybe you're lucky. If your case is that you want to have a 6-pack, maybe you're lucky. If your case is that you want to gain weight, it's much harder to gain weight when you have a faster metabolism. Everyone works differently. You need to eat healthy, and you also need to sleep. You're not going to get that much gains if you don't sleep. You need to sleep so your muscle, as much as you tear it up and whatever, every time you tear up that muscle, when you exercise, you're tearing up the muscle. You're causing micro cuts, basically, right? When you're sleeping, they're healing. They're healing, right? They're cleaning up that wound. When you sleep very little, they have less time to recuperate, and you're not having the amount of growth you should. Plus, sleeping is healthy, so go out there and get that sleep. Don't expect it to do everything for you, but it is a good first step to changing your life. It personally changed my life a lot, and I don't regret starting to work out when I was this skinny. So definitely give it a try, and evade some of these mistakes. It's gonna help you out a lot in the long run, evade injuries, and it's gonna help you have a much smoother ride through the life of fitness. Down in the comments, let me know if there's any mistake that maybe I forgot to include in the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop me one of these, and consider subscribing for more self-improvement, self-development from Shaggy. And if you enjoyed this video, consider checking out any of the videos on this screen. On the left is one I picked just for you, and the one on the right is one YouTube says you should watch. And on the middle, well, that's me.